Good evening. This is Chris Saraga from the 365. I'm back down here at the Oroville Feather River. I am just down from Centennial Park, just up from Bidwell Park behind me there. And there is a significant increase in water that does not show on any of the sensors yet. I don't know exactly what that means, but this water is definitely higher than it was just the other day when I was out here at Bedrock. So if you look right over there, that is the trail that goes up into Bedrock. That was all almost passable a day ago. So this water's up about 5 or 10 feet higher than it was. And I don't have any data to show why that is. I do know that the lake level is at right around 860 feet, which is when they said that they would start releasing, but I haven't heard anything about them releasing. I haven't seen a press release. I haven't seen anything that says why this water is higher than it is right now. What I can tell you is as of 6 o'clock, this is supposed to be 13,000 cubic feet a second. That's obviously more than that. That the reservoir total is at about 859 feet and a half, and that the inflow is about 22,000 cubic feet a second. That is obviously changed with the time between 7 and 8. I don't know why, but that isn't my main point for today, but I'll be revisiting that in a few minutes to check it out. Okay, so somebody just asked me, let me report on a personal note. Today someone walked into my yard and stole my lawnmower. Not that the lawnmower is a big deal. The fact that they would come in my gated yard in the center of town, walk in and take something in the middle of the day while my kid's mother was asleep in the house. They even had sorry, I almost said something I shouldn't have. They even had the gall to actually knock on the door to check if anybody was home first. So just for your guys' notice, I will just quickly tell you that it was a white male, a white female, and 2 kids. They stole the lawnmower from the corner of Spencer and Mitchell in Oroville. That's right near Raley's. They walked past the bus stop, so there's security video of them there. They actually stopped and talked to the security guard there and asked him the time on the way to the theft. Then he saw them as they left my house with the lawnmower. And then we lost them somewhere on Ore Dam. And I know a bunch of you guys are out there looking for it. I just thought I would mention that you should still make sure that you keep your stuff secure in Oroville. My lawnmower was not chained down like it normally is, but that still is no excuse for somebody walking into your yard to take your stuff. They also, we found, stole all of my recyclables that we were saving for our trip to Bermuda, to give us a little extra money. Not that either of those is a devastating blow, but the fact that they're willing to wreck someone's privacy just for a few $100s, that should say that this person's probably dangerous. So now that that's over, I'll say attend the meeting today at the Butte County Chambers of Commerce about the FERC relicensing. And I have some paper here. I know I don't usually use paper, but there was a lot of stuff that was going on. So I'm going to take a little seat in these bushes and stuff and tell you what parts of this whole thing I learned from this meeting. I am just here reporting. I am not telling you one way or the other the way I feel about these things. I'm just here to tell you guys what I learned. So let me start with it. So I don't know if any of you know it, but the dam is up for relicensing again. I'm not going to tell the history or anything. That's good enough to know why the meeting was happening today. What I took away from that is I should give you a little bit of preface into this. So everything I'm going to read you and the things that I saw, they're all available from the Butte County the Butte County supervisors. I will put a link in the description of both the minutes from that, the agenda from that, and the PowerPoint presentation I'm reading from. So this PowerPoint presentation was by Bruce Alpert, the Butte County Council. So here's a few of the things I took away. Some things I didn't know about the dam. So the Oroville project The dam is 770 feet tall, earthen dam. We all know where it's located, so I won't go through there. The State Department of Water Resources, DWR, the people we've been talking about for a couple months, they operate and license the 762 megawatt Oroville hydroelectric project. And the DWR is seeking a 50-year renewal of their license. Now, before the dam was built, this is one of the things I did not know, there was actually a power plant that is now inundated. It was called the Big Bend Power Plant. It was opened in 1908, the same year my grandmother was born. And that plant generated 70,000 kilowatts per year. So, and that was, the Butte County would actually get would be able to tax that power. That's something to think about as we go through this. In the agreement that they first did when they first built the dam, Oroville was supposed to have extra jobs generated, have economic development from the dam, get low-cost energy from the hydroelectric plant. They were supposed to get maintenance roads and a lot of tourism, but that, according to the Board of Supervisors briefing, has not happened. They apparently, the agreement said that the dam project was supposed to make lodges, have a railroad. I had no idea about that. A monorail to Kelly Ridge, a tram. The visitor center was supposed to have a restaurant with a 250 seat snack bar, economic development, and tours of the power plant by both bus and train, with service of that from bus and train. In 1994, the FERC revised a recreation plan for the Lake Oroville project. I'm just going to read to you the two important points I have here. Is that DWR responded that they did not follow through on what they said for their recreational plan. So the DWR responded that the demand for recreational facilities at Lake Oroville had not developed as anticipated. Then the Oroville Chamber of Commerce responded to that said the local business had suffered because there was no recreation development. So as you can see, that's kind of a circular bit of logic, that one side says that they didn't develop because there wasn't enough support from the community, and the community says there wasn't enough support from the DWR. Now, another thing I totally did not know is that it actually costs Butte County to have the dam here. Butte County provides governmental services for police, fire, and roads, rescue, to the cost of $5.3 million annually. That was surprising to me. And that is not reimbursed by DWR. Also, because they flooded the area where the dam occupies now, there was a loss of property tax of 41,000 acres. And that is estimated to cost the county up to $6.9 million annually. Also, no repayment from DWR. And I'm not judging that, I'm just reading what this report says. The impact of the dam on Butte County, according to this PowerPoint, says that the project does not bring in net tourism dollars or other positive revenues. The project does not provide low-cost power for residents, and they believe the overall economic loss by having the dam there is $12 million annually. So that was another of those things I did not know. Apparently, FERC at some point assessed the financial impacts on Butte County, and they found that Butte County loses in the range of $1 to $6.9 million annually, and these are reasonable estimates of the county's foregone tax revenue. Did not know that either. In this report, they also compared other projects that are done by the FERC that are throughout the United States. So Folsom Dam, the Niagara Project, which I'm sure many of you guys have heard of, the St. Lawrence Seaway Project, the Upper American River Project here in California, and then of course Oroville's project. Now, these all have varying degrees of annual tax repayment, low-cost power, special payments, benefits given to address local needs, unneeded lands returned to the community, and then monies committed to road and infrastructure improvement. Of all those other projects I named, Oroville's the only one that does not get any of those. So I just thought that was surprising to me also, especially as a new follower of what is going on in the history of this whole thing. I'm not very good with paper, so you have to bear with me as I switch through pages. This is why I usually do this all electronically, but with the water rising, I didn't want to bring too many devices in case I need to leave quickly. Let me get through this part here. Then I'm just touching on a very few parts of what was in this report. Like I said, I will post the link up on this, and you guys can read this for yourself. You can also see the entire meeting. I'll post up the link to that too. The entire meeting as it was held. There was also some questions and there was also some commentary. I'm sorry, not questions, commentary after the after all the officials were done speaking. So that is interesting to see too, how the citizens feel. Okay, so now we're to our current crisis. This right here. We're to this. So, estimated spillway damage costs. It costs about $5 million a day to do the repairs that have already been done. The emergency response total, in other words, the sheriff's office and everybody who helped people evacuate and patrol the town while everyone was gone, that is approximately $200 million as of March 24th. The DWR and state contractors, I'm reading from this, the DWR and state contractors should have reimbursed Butte County for numerous services it provided to the lake facilities for $5 million per year over a decade ago. So what this is showing is that for the cost of 1 day's worth of repairs, they could have reimbursed Butte County for the cost that it was for the dam to be here. And of course, the officials are still assessing costs and everything on what this crisis has damaged, such as Bedrock Park. So right now, what you're looking at, I showed you guys a few days ago, Bedrock Park has a burnham that keeps the water into the swimming hole part of it. It's overflowed that now, so that's why I know this amount of water is more than 13,000. I don't have those totals right now, and they won't roll out of the sensor until about another 15 minutes, so maybe I'll post those new totals up on this link after we're done. I hope that you found the meeting notes that I had informative, because I know that they were really surprising to me. I hope that you continue to follow this and continue to follow me as I report on all this. I do hope that tonight, when the water reaches 860 feet, that they do decide to release. That may be, I'm hoping that's what I'm seeing now, is that the spillway is ramping up. But I cannot find a single bit of information that says it is. So I will look for that, and I will report to you guys on this either down in the comments or in the report tomorrow. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I really enjoy doing these casts. Be sure that you like and subscribe, especially to the YouTube page, because the YouTube page I can get information out quicker, and I can do it with less editing on my half to do. So if I get 1,000 subscribers, I can get this stuff out to you much faster and in better locations too. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for all your support for these 62 days. I believe this is my 62nd report. It might be my 61st. I still have 303 more to do. Is that right? That's about right. I have about 303 more of these reports to make the whole 360. See how I did that? The 365. So the whole 365 days of reporting. I will reassess at the end of that to see if I'm still needed or still wanted. I hope that I am and that I can carry on the 365 for its second year. I've really enjoyed doing this, so thank you all for watching, and I will be back with you all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.